What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Recap video, college football. If you're new to my channel, basically every single week we have official picks. At this point in the week, once the weekend ends, we update that whiteboard with how good we did, with our progress report. This past weekend sucked. I admit it. I'm coming on here. I'm not going to delete videos. I'm not going to make excuses. I made shitty picks. We went 2-5 in college football. But guess what? Look at the winning percentage. That's what you want. You want long-term sample size. You don't want one bad week. And honestly, I'll say this. If there's one point in time that you want to come to this channel, it's probably right off a bad week because it's very unlikely, extremely unlikely that I won't bounce back in really good fashion. We had a little bit of a struggle with NFL, and then we had a 3-1 and a 4-1 week. Bang, bang. So 2-5 this previous weekend. Two of those losing picks were in one game. They were in the Ohio State game. It was just stupid to bet on a game with that magnitude. A public underdog, always a bad choice. And I do believe the under was the right choice, but that interception and kind of handing Michigan a free 7 points, that really hurt the chances, the under. Whatever. 2-5, bad week, move on. We got bowls. We got championship week. Yeah, let's go. And if you remember, or if you've been with my channel long enough, I was really good, really accurate with the college football playoff last year. So looking to go 2-2, both in that first round and in the national championship game. So we'll see if we can go 2 for 2 there and finish out this college football season very strong and in a fashion that's more of a representation of that overall winning percentage that we've accumulated over all these weeks. So, and more importantly, got a new app on the phone here. Well, I refreshed it. We're going to look up some percentages to kind of see where the money's coming in right off the bat with these games. There's 2 or 3 that I'm significantly more interested in this week. Georgia, Alabama, Oregon, Washington, and Texas and Oklahoma State. Those are the games that I have the most interest in for this upcoming week. And the NFL slate, it's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky, but we'll cover the NFL in the NFL recap video, which will be out in 24 hours. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. You'll be notified when that video comes out. And if you do like my channel, if you think it's halfway decent, if you think it deserves it, maybe hit the like button. It's completely free. It's one of the only things I ask here on the channel. Let's go ahead and take care of the whiteboard, 2-5, and then we're going to pull up the slate, start attacking these next games. All right, so we dropped down to 54% in winning percentage. That really hurt. 2-5. Dang, guys, really? 2-5? That is not like me, is it? Very odd, but maybe we got it out of the way. The worst is behind us. Let's just move on. Let's get to this next week. And, if you came here last week and you gave me a shot for the first time and I went 2-5 and you think I suck, maybe go check out the Bet US channel. They got over 10,000 subscribers over there. They're way below 500. So if you want to lose even more money, maybe go check out those bigger channels that can't even get you to a 500 winning percentage. I know some people like to hate because some of my videos are a little short, or you think other channels do analysis better. Guys, I do the homework on my own. I'm not here to waste your time and give you a fucking classroom presentation. Do you want to win or not? If you want a long-term analysis like college presentation style video with trends and analysis, but you want to lose your fucking picks, go to the other big channels. If you want winners, this is probably the one for you. Let's go ahead and find some. College football, my God, championship week already. Crazy. Let's see what the lines are. I'm really excited. I keep this stuff hidden until this exact point in time for you guys to have first impressions. Man, I've been coughing all night. I was cooking some pasta, and I put the red pepper into a hot pan, and I got a big inhale of red pepper cayenne smoke, and I've been coughing all night because of it. Horrible. Oregon, Washington. Oh, wow. Wow. 9.5. I don't even know what to think right now. 9.5. That seems high. Does it not? Oregon minus 9.5 against Washington in the Pac-12 championship game. 9.5. Holy cow. I mean, Oregon, the only thing that would concern me with the Ducks They had a couple key injuries in that previous game. In the Oregon State game, they lost a very big receiver. I got to double check things. I got to triple check injury reports. I do that middle of the week before the official picks come out. But right off the bat, man, I don't know if Oregon's healthy enough right now to cover 9.5. Are they going to win this game? Yeah, 100%. Set in stone. Lock it in. It's done. Oregon's going to win. But 9.5 seems disrespectful to Washington. That's disrespectful. They already lost once. I know it's college game day. I know it was an away game. 9.5 here seems absolutely crazy to me. But let's move on. Let's see what the other ones are. Miami of Ohio and Toledo, I have no interest. Oklahoma State plus 13.5 against Texas. Texas looked incredibly strong this previous week. Very, very strong. 2 full touchdowns, though. My God. I mean, it's kind of a... I feel like we're almost getting a little bit of value on Oklahoma State just because of how bad they looked against BYU. Probably should have lost the game. So maybe the line's a little inflated just because Texas won so convincingly and Oklahoma State played so bad. But at the end of the day, how far apart are these two teams? Boy, I'm not sure. 13.5. That's 2 games where I'm like, man, is it too much? Is it too much? Boise State, UNLV, I don't have an interest there. Georgia, Bama, here we go. That seems about right. Georgia is favored 5.5. And I like Alabama. First impression, right off the jump, I like Alabama and 5.5 points. I would love 6 or 7, obviously. We're not going to get that. Georgia just has too many injuries. I know they have depth. I know they're good. I like the coaching. But guys, Bama was asleep in the Iron Bowl. There's always weird voodoo with the Iron Bowl. Bama was looking ahead. They knew they just had to survive and advance. They got lucky. They won the game. They shouldn't have won the game. But this is all besides the point. This is what's been circled. I don't know what the college football playoff rankings are going to be this week as I'm doing this video currently 1:20 in the morning Eastern time on a Monday. But boy, if Alabama knows they are in the football playoff if they win this game, and I expect a good effort. Boy, do we get ballsy and take the money line here? I don't think so. I think we take the points. I think it would be ignorant and foolish and a little bit too cocky and arrogant to go money line here in such a high-profile game. But boy, I do really, really like Alabama in this spot. They're gonna be coming to play, and I think the fact that they looked so lousy against Auburn gives us a little bit of value here. Let's say they went to Auburn. Let's say they won that game by 31 points or 24 points or something, pretty solid. Boy, I think this would be much closer to a field goal, maybe about a 3-point spread. But the fact that they kind of got lucky and beat Auburn, Georgia beat Georgia Tech in fairly convincing fashion, I think it's similar to these other games. I think the line, I think it gives us value on Alabama here. I think I'm already kind of sensing that I'm going to be betting on the teams that didn't look great last week. And I think, they were just looking ahead, all 3 of these teams. I really do. App State, Troy, can't touch that. SMU, Tulane. Louisville, Florida State. So Florida State was one of the winners I gave out over the previous weekend. I basically said, guys, it's a team sport. Jordan Travis, significant loss. Not enough for Florida to beat them. But Louisville off the upset. By the way, I gave out the upset. If you guys watch my live show Saturday mornings where I kind of react to the picks that the game day panel gives out, I said Kentucky in an upset. And now I think Louisville's going to be coming. I think they're going to be coming. They're going to be hungry. 3.5. Florida State might win. I'm thinking the points with Louisville here. Boy, I'm thinking the points with everything. I'm thinking the points with just about all 4 of these games so far. Let's write it down for now just so we have it. Louisville's currently plus 3.5 against Florida State. And Michigan, Iowa, just to write it down. We should probably stay away from this. Even with Michigan involved, the total's 35.5. 35.5. Boy, I'm not sure. Michigan's currently a 22.5-point favorite over Iowa. 22.5. I mean, is Iowa going to score? Iowa's potentially going to have a 0 in the scoring column, so 24-0? Fucking cayenne pepper. Michigan, I mean, I just don't know what to think of that. I think we stay away from the Michigan-Iowa game. Who knows? Let's stick to these other 4. I'm not going to go lower than Power 5 teams this week. We're going to look at the Oregon game. We're going to look at the Big 12. We're going to look SEC. We're going to look ACC. I'm going to cross out Michigan. We're not even going to trick ourselves. Let's not even do it. I think part of the reason of going 2-5 this previous week in college football and struggling and having a bad winning percentage and an overall bad week, too much volume. Just blindly taking lines that were like, I feel pretty good about it. Let's throw it in. Stupid. Should have nitpicked it. Should have boiled it down to the best 3 or 4. Probably would have gone 500 at the minimum. Threw in too much volume. 7 picks is too many. And we're not going to make that mistake again. So no need to force a bet on Michigan. We're going to stick to these other 4 games and probably boil it down to just 2 picks. We'll see what ends up with the official plays for the week. But that'll be out later this week. We'll figure it out. Let me look up some betting percentages here. Let's see where the money's going early, especially on this Georgia game. That definitely has an interest of mine. Alabama. Let's go to events. By the way, the app that I use for this is called Pick'It. I know you guys ask sometimes in the comments. Alabama, Auburn. Why isn't the game here? I don't think it's up yet. Yep, here we go. Georgia Bulldogs. Wow, so the Pick'It app has a 4.5 available, not a 5.5. And unfortunately, the data is not loaded yet. Let's go to FanDuel. Maybe they'll have some early money. They do. Very hard to trust this data, though. I mean, FanDuel Sportsbook, are they really going to give out accurate information? I'm not so sure. It's about split. The money's about split on the Alabama game. Little bit of the sharps on Alabama. A little bit more of a percentage on Georgia. A little bit heavier money on Alabama is basically what that means. Oklahoma State and Texas. Sharp money's definitely on Texas. We'll see where the line goes. If it does go above that key number of 14, goes to like 14.5, laying the points with Texas is probably the move. We'll see what happens there. And overwhelming sharp money on Oregon. 65% of bets placed so far on this game are on Washington, but 54% of the money is on Oregon. So what does that mean to simplify it if you don't understand it? If you ask 10 people who they bet on, a little over 6 of those people, they're going to tell you Washington. But the dudes that have bigger money, they took Oregon. Generally, that's the side you want to be on. So I don't know, guys. And then the Louisville game, money's on Louisville. Early money's on Louisville. So, yeah, kind of about what I expected. I think the Oregon spread at 9.5 is interesting. I was expecting like a 6. I thought it would be like a 6 or a 7. A 9.5. Wow. Boy, if it gets to 10 or above, man, it's going to be an interesting choice there, and maybe have to pass on the game at that point in time. I'm not sure I can. I don't like Washington. I think they're fraudulent. But boy, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can be touching a game with a spread like that. Texas, if the line movement does support Texas here, maybe we'll look into a teaser, right? I mean, like I said, Oregon's going to win the game, guys. But these are spread predictions. The under-overs, I'm not an under-over type guy, especially in championship week. I'm not really sure. The Bama-Georgia game, I'd probably lean under for sure. It's 56.5. That seems wildly high. Georgia defense, very good. Alabama defense, it looked bad against Auburn. They're going to show up this week. It's going to be more of a conservative, old-school SEC game. I see it like 24-23, 24-21, maybe 27-24. All of those would go under the number of 56.5. I lean under in the SEC championship game. The Big 12, different story. I lean over. Number's 54.5. I think that's too short. Oklahoma State, Ollie Gordon, they got some offense. They can move the ball. You can move the ball in Texas. You can't run well, though. So that's an interesting point. Kind of conflicting styles here. Oklahoma State loves to rely on Ollie Gordon running the ball. That's not going to happen against Texas, okay? Texas Tech, who they just killed, is a run-heavy team and has a very good running back. So conflicting styles, that does support Texas here. I do like Texas. 13.5, I got to think about it. But sharps are on Texas early, conflicting styles, a team that can make the college football playoff. Pretty good looking offense lately. I don't know, guys. Texas might be the move. Texas-Oregon teaser, maybe. Texas-Oregon teaser. Texas-Oregon-Alabama teaser. Let's play around with that just for fun. 3-team cayenne pepper. 3-team teaser. What do we got here? How many points do we need to go to make this interesting? A 3-team 10.5 point teaser. You'd have Alabama plus 16, Texas minus 3, and Oregon plus 1. We just need Oregon to win the game, Texas just to win by a field goal, and Bama to keep it within 2 full touchdowns. Teasing college football, especially 3 games at once, usually isn't smart, but my God, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. 3-team 10.5 point teaser, Bama, Texas, Oregon. 2 favorites and a dog in a teaser. Comes out to minus 110. Pretty good odds. I'm going to screenshot that and save it on my phone. Maybe we'll talk about that later this week. But overall, guys, I'm not going to carry on too long. Like I said, just the recap video. We update the whiteboard. We stay transparent here on the channel. Just kind of take an initial look. Would love to know what you guys think in the comments. Would love to have you join the channel, so hit that subscribe button. We'll see how fast we can get to 2,000. It's been a good experience this year. We've been growing fast. Went from just a couple hundred to now almost 1,500, and for good reason. Winning percentages don't lie. Whether you like someone's attitude or not in the sports betting world, to be able to get winners on a consistent basis, that's what counts, at least in my mind. So, I'll work on the drama sometimes and the attitude and some things like that. But overall, it's the vibe that I rock with. It is what it is. I'm not going to change a whole lot. I'll do my best to be a little bit more tolerable. But at the end of the day, I just want to keep getting you guys more winners. So if that sounds good, I'll catch you guys in the next video.